What's up, you guys? This is HowSideCod, and today I am bringing you a tutorial on the best render settings in Sony Vegas 12. I use the Elgato Game Capture. I really recommend the device. It's really good. But this works if you have an HD PVR as well. So I have this little no scope right here. So you're gonna basically hold on the track and drag it down, place it in, and it starts from the very beginning. Okay, so the no scope ends there. You want to press the arrow keys to go frame by frame. So I'm just going to move it forward after it reloads. Then I'm going to press S. S is to split the event. That basically means I can move the these two tracks now independently. And I'm just going to delete this track. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so this is the game audio, and it's kind of loud right now. So I'm just going to take the slider and move it down to around 19. Usually I have my gameplay at around minus 26, but 19 works pretty good, especially for like montages and such. I also have this a little bit of music right here, so I'm just gonna drag that in. Same thing, I'm gonna match it up, and I'm gonna press S to split the event, and then delete this right here. So now my audio is along with my video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade like I just did there. So how you fade is you go to the top right corner of the video or audio track, and you'll see this little fade offset thing, and you can basically how much you want to fade it. So if you want to fade it a lot like this, or if you want to fade it barely any, it's all up to you. But I'm not going to play around with that too much today, so just gonna fade a little bit just for the purposes of this video. Yeah, so we have my clip right here. It's looking pretty good. I'll play this at the end so you guys can see it fully rendered. But yeah, so this is in Sony Vegas 12. This works on all versions of Sony Vegas. I really recommend the Sony Vegas. It's really good software. It's really worth the money, and you can get the free trial for a month, I think. So definitely worth it if you are thinking about getting editing software. So back to the render settings. First off, you want to right click on the video and go down to properties, and then you're gonna uncheck maintain aspect ratio and check disable resample. I'm not too sure about this, but I've heard that it basically helps with the motion blur. It basically takes out all motion blur on your videos and just really helps in general. You should do that with all your clips. Then I'm going to go to video effects. You can use all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of things for montages, but the one thing that I mainly use is the saturation adjust. You're just gonna drag default down, and I usually have it around 0.5, but you can also go 0.3 on low. That kind of helps making it look a little bit brighter. The contrast is a little bit different. If you want to see what low at 0.3 looks like more like my first video that I did. So you can do that, but I usually just do 0.5, the amount of saturation. You can play around with the different bunch of different things. You can do let's see, color curves. That's another thing that a lot of people do. You just drag it in, and if you're gonna do color curves, this is basically light versus dark, and I'd go around, see how much darker it gets, then how much lighter it gets. So I'd go around a 45-degree angle for this one, and maybe a 20-something degree angle for that one. And as you see, it kind of looks kind of dark and nice. Yeah, so if you want to do that, you can. I'll just leave it like that. Looks pretty good. So yeah, that's basically all you have to do for the editing. Now to render the video, so you're just gonna go down and press render as. I already have a template for you guys, so you can just copy this down. Here we go. So sorry about that. So basically, you can just pause the video and copy down all these settings. Audio, video, bitrate, summary, and project. Not that important. It's kind of up to you on what you do. Yeah, so yeah, so you go down to your template that you just made, and then you're gonna click render. And yes, since I already rendered this video, I want to overwrite it. So no scope. This usually takes a couple minutes if the gameplay is long, but it comes out pretty good. I'll have a video at the end showing the fully rendered version with the music. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. This has been HashtagCod, signing off.